Chapter 7. On key days, when the celestial configuration is deemed to be most auspicious, I am invited into any one of the self-initiation chambers within the man-made earthen mounds. Here, dropping into a deep trance state, I sense myself taking to the skies in my mind's eye. Traveling all over the earth, following the ley lines and subtle energy grid. At each major nodal point, there is either a naturally occurring feature, ranging from something as simple as a water spring to something as grand as an extinct volcano, or there is a man-made structure ranging from the mounds I've been working with to configurations of standing stones, dolmen, earthworks, and pyramid complexes. The entire natural earth energy grid is affected by the sun, the time of day, the presence or absence of sunlight, but also by more intense solar activity in the form of sunspots, coronal mass ejections, solar flares, and periodic intense fluctuations in the solar wind. The grid is also affected by the tidal cycles governed by the moon, the other planets, or more subtle factors influencing the intensity of the natural energy grid. These usually work to modify the solar and lunar effects. When I return to the messengers stewarding my experience within the mound self-initiation chamber, they explain the significance of each feature I encounter in the subtle energy grid on my journey. During my sleep, I am conscious that I am traveling throughout the astral planes. Often I am met by guides who reveal something that would trigger a cosmic memory of mine. Whenever I relate these encounters with the messengers, they reveal some new relevant aspect of knowledge, usually having to do with my studies of the earth grid, subtle energy itself, or the heavenly cycles of time and space. As weeks become months and the heavens unfold in mysteries before me, I begin to realize a voice, a presence out there among the stars. Then, this one night, I am sighting the scorpion and the archer when I know, hear, and feel the consciousness of the entire galaxy as one distinct source emanating from the center. I feel this sensation of tremendous harmony pouring at me, and just know this has been trying to reach me for some time now. And open my heart. In this moment, well-being washes over me. A sense of reestablishing an old trusted friendship. I feel them as joy and delight. Once this reconnection is made, and I am familiar with a specific energy signature of this source, I can tell where the center of the galaxy is at any time of day or night. Then I begin to notice other voices like this, although ever more faintly coming from the sky, and realize this must be other galaxies and galactic clusters. I somehow know that each one of these is an individuated conscious aspect of the one infinite consciousness, just like each one of us. The main difference is that whereas they have chosen to be galaxies or stars or clusters of stars, we here on Earth have all chosen to play at being humans for a time. It is at this moment that it is brought home to me that elsewhere in the creation, in the vast infinity of all time and space, each one of us, each soul, is living out an entire lifetime as a star, planet, or galaxy. Just as we each, as consciousness, have lived whole lifetimes upon lifetimes as cells in cell colonies, as part of a larger creature within the creation. There is something amazing about all of these encounters, and this time amongst the messengers. On the one hand, when I remember that we are all infinite and immortal beings, it all seems like such a matter-of-fact, expected experience. But on the other hand, as a human being that has only a short time before this been concerned mainly with the care and feeding of sheep and goats and almond trees, this is all just too amazing to be real, and certainly not to be taken for granted. And then just like that, it comes time for me to leave.